If eating can make me a princess, bring on the food, Ada shouted, her laughter ringing out as the village girls gathered in the square, each determined to take advantage of the chance to win the prince's heart. Word spread quickly through the village of Nnewi. Prince Obinna, one of the wealthiest men in the region, had announced he was ready to marry. But his condition surprised everyone. He would only marry a chubby bride. The prince saw fuller figures as a sign of beauty and prosperity, an ideal he was willing to search the whole kingdom to find. The young women of Nnewi, shocked and intrigued, scrambled to change their routines. Village stores sold out of yam, rice, and plantains faster than ever. Some families encouraged their daughters, hoping the rare opportunity would elevate their family status. Mothers pushed extra servants, while fathers scratched their heads at the odd contests taking place. Close friends, Ada and Ifeoma, along with several other girls, made a pact. They would eat as much as possible, hoping to be noticed by the prince. Every evening, they gathered to feast, comparing who had gained the most. Villagers laughed and gossiped, amused by the extreme lengths these girls went to in hopes of winning the prince's favor. Meanwhile, Chioma, a naturally slim and self-assured young woman, watched the frenzy with amusement. She had always been comfortable in her own body and found the length her peers were going rather extreme. When asked why she wasn't eating like others, she would smile and say, "If the prince sees me for who I am, that's all I need." Days turned into weeks, and some girls began to visibly change. Ada and Ifeoma looked noticeably fuller, walking with new confidence. Others struggled, often exhausted from all the eating and uncomfortable with the weight gain. Some even considered giving up, but the thought of marrying into loyalty kept them going. Chioma continued to live her life as usual, never letting the prince's preference affect her self-image. Her confidence intrigued some of the other girls, who began to question if changing themselves for the prince was worth it. The elders of Nnewi noticed the transformation and had mixed feelings. While some laughed, others worried about the values the girls were absorbing. Elder Nwafo shook his head, muttering, "These girls think marriage is just all about looks. Where is their wisdom?" But another elder remarked, "Perhaps the prince is testing them to see who will remain true to herself." The villagers pondered this, wondering if Prince Obinna would surprise everyone with his choice. The long-awaited day finally arrived, and the young women of Nnewi gathered in the palace courtyard, dressed in their finest. Families cheered the crowd, and the girls stood proudly, hoping their newfound fullness would attract the prince's eye. Prince Obinna, regal and thoughtful, surveyed the line of women. He smiled kindly, yet his expression showed he was deep in thought. Each girl watched eagerly as he moved down the line, greeting each with a nod. When he came upon Chioma, he paused, taken by her natural confidence and graceful demeanor. As he continued down the line, Prince Obinna realized how much the girls had changed to meet his preference. He was flattered, but also began to question whether this was truly what he wanted. These girls had altered themselves just for him. Did he want a wife who would go to such lengths rather than staying true to herself? When he reached the end of the line, he turned back to address the crowd. Thank you all, he began, his voice steady. I am deeply touched by your efforts, but I see now that true beauty comes from within. A confidence that doesn't rely on appearances. After a brief silence, he asked Chioma to come forward. Smiling at her, he praised her for staying true to herself. Your strength and confidence speak louder than any outward change, he said warmly. Chioma was surprised but honored. She accepted his hand with a smile, and the crowd erupted in cheers. Ada and Ifeoma exchanged glances, realizing the lesson Prince Obinna had given them all. In the days followed, the village of Nnewi celebrated the prince's marriage to Chioma. Feasting and dancing continued for days. The girls took away a valuable lesson on self-worth and being true to yourself. Prince Obinna and Chioma's story became a beloved tale in Nnewi, shared through generations as a reminder that true beauty is all about embracing one's own identity. Thank you for watching African Tales by Sharon. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you will never miss an update. So tell me, would you change yourself for the opposite gender?